Hey guys, in today's episode, challenge rewards are rapidly improving, Executioner may get a rework in the September balance update, and improvements could be happening to the free track of Clash Royale in Season 3. All that and more in today's episode of Clash World. Hey guys, Legendaray here, and welcome back to another episode of Clash Worlds. In this weekly show, we take a look at the most recent announcements from the Clash Royale team, the hottest topics in CR esports, as well as what's going on in the community. Then, we'll finish up the episode by breaking down the meta and featuring my off-meta deck of the week. If you're enjoying Clash Worlds, then please leave a like, subscribe, and hit that bell to get notified of every new video that comes out. Also, go check me out on Instagram and Twitter, and with that out of the way, let's get right into the first section, New in the Arena. New in the Arena is where we find out about what the Supercell team has been up to this past week. First things first, we've got some challenges. Of course, we obviously had that Wallbreaker Island Dash, which I had an absolute blast on, and my god, do so many Wallbreakers spawn. As long as you pick those Wallbreaker counters, you should have a pretty good time as well. There was constant pressure throughout the entire match, and it was a really nice change of pace from the normal Clash Royale. Let me know if you also really enjoy these rush type challenges. Next up, we have the Goblin Barrel Draft, and oh boy are these rewards juicy. From 57,500 total gold you can earn, to a new emote, to lightning chests, epic chests, giant chests, and 2 legendary cards. Wow, that sure does feel good. And finally, Drew released a new type of community post on the Reddit called a dev discussion, and boy is this one juicy. Not sure how frequent these will be, but if the Supercell team is continuing to do these, huge props to them. So, let's dive right in. Basically, this week we've gotten some brainstorm ideas for the next September balance update. Of course, these changes that I'm about to present are not final. The dev team just wants the community to give their thoughts on these changes. So, let's get into it. Executioner rework. Damage increased a lot. Range reduced a moderate amount, hit speed reduced a tiny bit, and health also reduced by a tiny bit. We wanted a solid ranged attacker that could counter fireball bait type strategies, especially squads of barbarians. Executioner's rework is going to make him a shorter ranged, but a very deadly ranged attacker. That's definitely a very interesting change for sure, and I do like the sound of it personally. However, I hope that he still will survive the lightning after this rework. Also, since his range is decreasing, that means the boomerang time could also be a tiny bit faster as well. This will not only retain the Executioner's dominance over tank troops, but it might also make him stronger against more cheap or cycle type decks as well. Fisherman rework. Hits air troops, and for this one, yes please. According to the dev team, it's clear that being limited to ground only attacks will forever make the Fisherman a bit of a niche card. Also, Fisherman at the river can yeet the balloon away and apply a slow effect with the hook. Well, not too much else to say here. Now, some rapid fire comments. Again, none of these things that I'm about to say are confirmed to come in the next update, they're just things that the dev team are working on. A new card in the works sounds very cool according to Seth. It's a really fun design, has a unique mechanic, and challenges players in an interesting way. Should definitely open up a new deck archetype too. Now that sounds like a card that I want. The legendary chest in Trophy Road will very likely return to tier 35 in future months. This one is also a great change. Clearly, in the past balance update, P.E.K.K.A now appears to have received a buff instead of a nerf. If that trend continues, expect a small health or a range nerf to come to the P.E.K.K.A. Maybe change its melee attack from long, which is 1.6 tiles, back down to medium, which is 1.2. Golem may be receiving a death damage nerf, as the strength of beatdown decks should come primarily from the support troops and not from an unsupported tank. Zappies may also be getting a rework in upcoming months. The goal of a Zappies rework would be to make them better at splitting lanes and making the first attack not nearly as slow. Clash Royale pass improvements. For Season 3, we're also thinking more about improving the free track somehow so that free-to-play players, who may have been feeling a bit left out, will get some extra there too. Clan War reworks. Unfortunately, a Clan War rework won't be coming in the next update because according to Seth, there are some systematic issues with Clan Wars that just get stale over time. Therefore, Clan Wars needs a huge socially driven endgame and it's just not quite filling that role now. They are brainstorming, they're working on it, but it probably won't be coming in this next update. Wow, That was definitely quite a bit of information, so be sure to give me some insight on any of that stuff down in the comment section below. Now that's going to do it for New in the Arena. It's time to check out the esports update. The esports update is a segment where we take a look at the new and rising pro players as well as recent esports competitions. This week, Thunderstruck, a CRL pro who is famous for his knowledge of unique interactions, received the 2019 UK Esports Award. Huge congrats, and I can't wait for the fall season of CRL to start. Now that we're caught up on the most recent esports news, let's check out the rising rumors. This week we've had quite the discussion about the recent Clash Royale Season 2, which released earlier this week. Now, a majority of the discussion resulted from this Reddit post by iDetroit from Reddit, titled The State of the Game. Now, I don't have time to go over it all, so I'll quickly summarize it for you right now. The main point that the Redditor made was that the update content just doesn't seem to hit the right spots. Battle Pass seasons, new arenas, new cards are things you can hype players for a couple of days, but after the hype has vanished, people will realize that nothing has changed, and the core game is still the same as pre-update. Take a look at the Clan Wars update. Besides the multiple flaws in the whole Clan War system, which it is something which motivates players to log in and participate on a daily basis, and also results in active communication in most average clans about, what decks to use, practice matches, and so on. The update progression of Clash Royale is very slow in my opinion, and I really wish that player feedback would play a bigger role when it's coming to developing the next update content. But instead focusing on player priorities, resources are getting wasted on content nobody asked for. Now this I do agree with. In order to keep a game fresh, they need to change how the gameplay works. Like I said before, the Wallbreaker Island Dash was one of these, changing up the tempo of your Clash Royale battles from a defensive to a more aggressive mode, keeping you constantly on your toes. In my opinion, Clash Royale only needs two new things at the moment. One, a lot of quality of life improvements, and two, a big change to a few major features in the game. The most prominent one, I believe, would be a massive war update, which I do hope that the Clash team gets at least in the next update. Now that we've covered the trending topics in the community, let's go ahead and break down the meta. This week, of course, we've seen the P.E.K.K.A. still continue to be used quite a lot. In addition to that, the Mega Knight has also seen a slight rise as well. The recent nerfs to Lumberjack and Barbarrel have caused those cards to be seen a lot less, although to be fair, they have still been used in the meta. Expo is also very popular, with Royal Giant and Golem actually not being the most popular in this meta. Other than that, Fireball Bait has also seen a comeback, and so has Lava Hound Control as well. Honestly, this week we've seen the meta change up a lot more than previous balances, so that's definitely something that's very interesting to see. So that's the meta for you guys. Now let's check out the off-meta deck of the week. That's right, in each Clash Royale episode, we're going to be featuring one off-meta deck that works in the current meta. This week's deck was submitted by Ryan Williams, and it's a Giant Skeleton Mortar Miner Control deck. Wow, that was a mouthful, but it honestly looks like a really fun deck to play. Now, of course, the deck screams control with Giant Skeleton, Miner Poison, and the Hunter. I probably wouldn't make the first move because all the cards are rather expensive, and after that, you can then counter push with a Miner or Mortar after a successful defense. Now, with that out of the way, let's go ahead and get right into a battle. Alrighty, so looks like this match is going to be against a Japanese player, so good luck to this guy. And starting off this match, again, we're not going to be making the first move. I could go in with a Miner if he really doesn't want to play anything, but yeah, for the first few seconds, I'm not going to be making the first move. Alright, so here he's actually going to go with a minion to start off the match. I'll just go ahead and cycle my Hunter right there, and yeah, let's go ahead and see. Oh, he's going to go in with a Golem, so let's actually go in with like a sort of big push. Let's go with a Miner Dark Prince right there. That'll be a pretty big opposite lane push. He's going to use a Valkyrie, Golem Valkyrie. That's a really weird deck for sure. So let's see here. Hunter will hopefully do quite a bit of damage. He's going to go with a Night Witch, so of course we're just going to go ahead and poison that out. Now here we're going to go ahead, take our Fisherman, and use it to activate the King's Tower right there. I'll pull the Golem into that King's Tower. Night Witch is going to die. I'll zap out the bats to take minimal damage, and as you can see, activate a King's Tower, easy defense, and boom, we're just going to go right in with a Mortar on offense with that Fisherman. He's going to go in with a Baby Dragon and a Mega Minion, so the Mortar, it will go down, but it'll hopefully get 2 hits, if not just 1. Nope, it's going to get 2 hits onto that tower. So here I'm going to go in with a Hunter. That'll take care of that baby dragon, nice and easy, and also hopefully get one shot onto the opponent's tower. And okay, there, it does get a hit actually. So here, let's actually just rinse and repeat. We're gonna go in with a miner right there in the back, and yeah, let's see what he's gonna do. He's probably gonna go kind of all in on this push, so we're gonna have to get our poison spell ready, get our fisherman ready, and also a giant skeleton. So here, headed towards double elixir time, let's go ahead and get a dark prince right there. Let's go ahead get a giant skeleton, and let's follow that up with a poison spell. So there we go. And let's see here. Let's go ahead and use a fisherman. That'll go ahead and pull that lumberjack away, hopefully. And there we go. That's going to kill that stuff. The fisherman will also pull the golem over. But we actually did take quite a bit of damage there. So here I'm actually going to use a miner to drag it back. I'm actually going to save the mortar for the golem. And we're just going to instead go in with a dark prince right there. He's going to go with a golem right there. So let's just try and go. Oh, wow. Okay, fisherman almost connected right there. But we're going to kind of go in for a semi-big push right here. And just go ahead and go in with a defensive mortar as soon as the golem reaches the bridge. So there we go, defensive mortar right there. We're just gonna go in with a poison. Dark Prince connects onto the tower. Hunter takes down the Valkyrie. Dark Prince takes down the tower, and that is going to be GG. We can always have that fisherman to pull that golem opposite lane, but looks like we didn't even have to. So there we go. As you can see, taking apart a golem deck nice and easily. Well, there we go. That was the off-meta deck of the week. I definitely recommend you guys give this deck a try. The Fisherman's actually a pretty good card right now, especially with his recent buff. If you want to submit your own deck to be featured, feel free to leave it in the comment section below. But unfortunately, guys, that's all I've got time for in today's episode. If you enjoyed, please leave a like down below, as well as a subscription to my channel. And as always, this is Legendaray, and I'm signing off. See you guys next time.